Ahoy, friends. It's me, Dave Landau. After a long night on stage, I like to kick back with a captain's hat and a fine cigar and watch the Dennis and Andy show. These guys are huge nerds, but they're the kind that you actually want to hang out with. Enjoy them. I do.
We're going to be using aliases our next job to relate to each other by your Christian names. And I don't want any talk about yourself personally. That includes where you've been, your wife's name, where you might have done time, or a bank maybe you're robbing. Here are your names. Mr. Brown, Mr. White, Mr. Orange, Mr. Blue, and Mr. Pink.
Why am I Mr. Pink?
Because you're a faggot, all right?
Why can't we pick our own colors?
No way, no way. Tried it once, doesn't work. You have 4 guys all fighting over who's going to be Mr. Black, but they don't know each other, so nobody wants to back down. No way, I pick. You're Mr. Pink. Be thankful you're not Mr. Yellow.
Yeah, but Mr. Brown is a little too close to Mr. Shit.
Mr. Pink sounds like Mr. Pussy. How about if I'm Mr. Purple? That sounds good to me. I'll be Mr. Purple.
You're not Mr. Purple. Some guy on another job is Mr. Purple. You're Mr. Pink.
Who cares what your name is?
Yeah, that's easy for you to say. You're Mr. White. You have a cool-sounding name. All right, look, if it's no big deal to be Mr. Pink, you want to trade?
Hey, nobody's trading with anybody. This ain't a goddamn fucking city council meeting, you know? Now listen up, Mr. Pink. There's 2 ways you can go on this job. My way or the highway. Now what's it gonna be, Mr. Pink?
Jesus Christ, Dennis. Fucking forget about it. It's beneath me, you know? I'm Mr. Pink. Let's move on.
I'll move on when I feel like it.
Ooga chaka, ooga.
Holy shit, look at that guy on the wrong side of the highway. He's going to kill somebody. Hey! Hey!
What's going on? Joker wants to race. All right, come on, let's go, let's go.
Put your window down!
He wants something. He's probably drunk.
You're going the wrong way!
What?
You're going the wrong way!
We're going. Yeah, how did he know? Thank you. Thank you.
You're going in the wrong direction! You're going to kill somebody! You're going the wrong way!
What is it? Hey, come on. Let's go, Captain Lindfors. Try again. Hey, everybody, is there a window open? I feel a draft. Ah. Wanted a kiss, I'd call your mother. Oh, that was a good one.
Hey, prehistoric forest.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Andy. I shouldn't have called the apple fritter a donut.
Really? What changed your mind?
Well, might have been that 2x4 you hit me with out there. Hurts here, a little bit here, but mostly here.
Yeah, well. Miss, are apple fritters donuts?
Absolutely.
I knew it. Yeah, well, anyways, I'll have a waffle.
Well, hello, everybody. It is the Dennis and Andy show. It's 3 o'clock on a very sunny Wednesday, and it is 95 degrees outside.
Ooh.
Might have to hit the pool when the show's over.
I'm glad you guys decided to join us on this great new comic Wednesday, home of the argument of the apple fritter. And I think we put it to rest once and for all.
Nope.
Yep. It was definitive on that video, so glad to hear it. But man, did we got a bunch of people already in the chat. Let's just say hi to some people. Look at Past Master Dan. First in the house. Look at that. The Dennis
half. Nice.
The DNA Xiao.
It is.
Look at that. Look at, we've got Holders in the house. Oh, look at that. Abra's talking. It's almost like she's lurking somewhere, just waiting to be brought out. Look at that. Wolverine.
Salutations to you. Looking forward to that movie. I can admit it.
Yep, me too.
I am.
Randy Howell. Look at that. Randy's Owen, and he's popping links like a madman.
He is.
Love it. Oh, look at Rich. Is this the place for the Tinder meetup?
Rich.
No. That's the other one. That's the Blue Onion.
You know my address, Rich. You know where the Tinder meetup is. You've been here.
Oh, boy. So Dennis won't be here? No. I'm right in front of you. Oh, look at that. Bella's in the house.
Belle.
Wonder why.
Belle.
Yeah.
You said Bella.
I did not. I
You
said
did.
Belle.
No, you didn't.
Nope. Go
God,
back
you're
and
such a
listen
freaking
to it.
liar.
Go back and listen to it.
You're just a liar.
I'm not sure they're lucky. No, we are not. Look,
You're
like
a
Lord
stone cold.
Colostomus butt eagle.
You're a stone cold pony faced liar.
Oh, whatever, corn pop. Whatever, corn pop.
Bitch.
Headless. Look at that. He's in the house. Amish Ninja. Hey, get back to work. Man, you're always taking breaks off to watch our show.
Dennis's John Candy is too much. It is. It is.
It is, especially with the little devil hat on. I mean, honestly, that could be my my costume for Halloween this year.
Oh my God, you already have it. That's your cosplay that you do with the wifey. I know.
Oh, boy.
Saturday nights. Dennis is the devil.
Oh,
The
Joe.
little devil.
Marcus is in the house. Oh, boy. Billy Bob. Look at that. And I don't know if it's any relation to Billy Bob Thornton. Chris, Master Painter, is in the house.
What did you just call him?
Master Painter.
Oh, enunciate better. First it's
You
Bella,
know,
then it's
I
Master
swear to God, it's your ears. They heard
not
me
my
just
ears.
fine.
No, I don't think so.
Everybody did.
I don't think so.
Look at that. We got Stealth in the house. And, well, anyway.
There you go.
We got a bunch of people in chat. And, guys,
That's
go ahead
right.
and leave your comments down below. We will get to them when we can.
That's right. We're going to have a good show. We've got two guests, as you know. Two ladies are joining the show, which means I am now odd man out. 3 women against me.
Knew that was
just
coming.
not fair. When's the transition complete? Let me know. By the way, might want to shave that off. That's still the giveaway. You know, just because you had the bottom surgery. You might want to
I am not the one that had to give up his man card 3 times, including to your own wife. So,
I don't even
you know,
what
I
that
still have
means.
mine in the. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I don't have my wallet on me, so it's not very fair to check. It's in my wallet
Oh,
downstairs.
yeah. Well, that's because you gave it up.
No, it's because my wallet's downstairs. I can't take this.
So our
Hello, Abra.
Hello. I was just going to say, what the heck are we pulling out here?
that is a man. We have a man card. Look at that.
Oh.
Our wives got us man cards, complete with rules and everything on the back. And Andy keeps losing his. His wife makes him turn it over on a regular
Genuine
basis.
Comics in the house. Don't worry, we saw you. No, mine's in my wallet, which I keep in the house. I don't carry my wallet to my office 10 steps away from my house, Dennis. Good Lord.
Oh, did she
Oh
finally get
God!
back
All
to
right,
you?
you guys are like the old married couple over here. Just to
I
give each
know.
other a hug real quick.
You know, you would think
Well-
with me being gone a few weeks and stuff like that, it wouldn't be that big a deal. But no, he just has to go on the attack, and that's okay. I'm used to defending.
Please.
Andy didn't know what to do without you, Dennis. It's
I know. Trust me, I know. I got messages stacked up on my phone saying, "Boy, poor Andy is lost without you."
I don't know. Our rating shot through the roof those 2
Lonely.
weeks.
Yeah, but we did have some really good guest stars on there. That's why.
Well, yeah, of course. Just saying. All right, let's bring on our other guest, Miss Belle Winters. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Hell.
The Belle Winters, the creator of those videos that you just saw. No, that was not us and Tommy Boy and Planes and Trains, as much as we'd like to have been.
I mean, it looked really close. They got a lot of
That's right.
lookalikes. You know, we could be stunt doubles for those guys.
You could. Tommy Boy was very fun for me to do. I'm not gonna lie. Like you guys punching each other and just I don't know.
Oh my God.
It's cracking me up.
I'm just looking at the David Spade, and I'm like, that's just uncanny how well it fit on there. Hey, maybe turn your phone off because we're doing a show. It's
What is this, a Mickey Mouse show here? What happened to professionalism?
Wow. Way to make us look second rate in front of our guests.
Well, some of us have to have our
I mean,
phone on
it's
for an
sad.
emergency.
You can't even afford sleeves, and I let that go.
What do you mean afford? It costs extra money to get this. My wife, I have to pay her to physically remove the sleeves and sew them back up in a professional looking manner. And by the way, we have had a number of people ask if they could get the shirts just like this. So, trendsetter, maybe.
I don't know. It's amazing. It's like, I'm just thinking, he says we've had a lot of people ask, but it's never in front of me.
Yeah, bro, that's because we didn't get to meet in person, unlike you and Andy at the show.
That's
if you would have
true.
seen this in person, you would have said, "Oh, I get it now." But hey,
Beefcake.
see, exactly.
Whoa. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. Guys in the chat, I have a question. Put a Y for yes and N for no. How many people in the chat have seen When Harry Met Sally? That is a Y for yes and an N for no. The reason I ask is because before the show, we found out Dennis has never seen the movie When Harry Met Sally. We tried to explain to him. I made what I thought was a really good joke. I should have saved it for the show, but I didn't. Sometimes they just flow like water.
Yeah, you should have saved it because then you could have had that confused look on air.
Yeah, you're confused look. Right. He does not know about the diner scene with Meg Ryan and When Harry Met Sally, and we had to explain it to him. Look at all these Y's coming through.
I did see some no's. I'm surprised.
There is. I skipped this entire issue by never wearing a shirt. There you go. I like to hear that. Look at headless. No.
Oh, one.
No. Right. He's not the only one. Randy, our main man. No. Emphatically.
Well, see, I said a Y
Well, no.
or an N, so he's replying to something else.
He's doing it in the fashion of the movie instead of yes. It's no.
See, yeah, no. And Bar is said, I've seen a bunch of parodies and references. Does that count? Nope. Still hasn't seen it.
All right. Well, just saying, you're still the odd man out.
No. Unlike most people that have seen E.T., we have done this earlier, and everybody had seen E.T. except for you.
I've seen parts. And
That
I was like,
is
that's
not a
all I
thing.
need to see. So I turned it off.
So it's just like that, bits and parodies.
Mm-hmm. Belle, have you seen E.T.?
Yes, multiple times. I actually love that movie.
Could you put Dennis's face on E.T.?
No.
Maybe.
That is the
That would be
stuff
fun
of
to try.
nightmares.
I
Oh
know,
my
right?
God. That'll break the software.
Exactly. So Belle, how did you what is your, you're new to the show, new to everybody. I mean, you're well known on the interwebs with the videos because you just crush those things. But I think it's your first time on a show. I could be wrong.
It's first time on our show for sure.
Yes.
Origin story.
Yeah, origin story. How did all this come about?
All right. So I've been Comics Gate about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years or something.
Oh,
but
wow.
I've never talked in chat like you. Like even today, I still barely talk in chat. Sometimes you don't even know I'm there. Like I'm just listening, like it's a podcast.
Sure.
So I think when did that happen? My husband was following Comicsgate a little bit longer than me.
Oh,
And
cool.
then one day it was like, all right, you can come out of the kitchen, but you have to watch Comicsgate. I was like,
No.
what's Comicsgate? I was like, okay. And I watched you guys, he knew I was gonna enjoy your guys' humor and just dynamic and everything, and which I did. And then he handed me over Cyberfrog. And I looked at him, I was like, what is this? Like, because I actually never read a comic book before. I was
Whoa!
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say that. I was like, oh,
Well, Belle, guess what? Neither is my wife, and she still has yet to
Really?
read one. And I've been doing this for 31 or 30,
Aw.
33 years, and we've been married for 29.
And just so you know, Andy doesn't read comics either.
No,
he only looks at the pictures.
Well, I
Just
read
saying.
I read
But
them.
they're pretty sweet pictures.
yeah, they are. But yeah, it was so you can imagine my reaction when I get this book. And I'm like, I see that big frog on the cover, and I'm like, you want me to read a story about a frog? Like, like, is that a joke because I'm French or something? Like, I genuinely thought, like, and he's like, no, read it, you'll see. And so then I read it and was like, oh, okay. I did not expect to like it at all. I really didn't. I was like, I don't know, a story about a frog. Plus, I'm used to, read books that, well, don't have images.
Sure.
So I was just kind of like, I didn't know how I was going to feel about it. And I loved the story. And, well, Ethan's art is pretty up there. So it was really fun to look at. And then from there, I took over backing the campaigns, which used to thank me for because I spent much more money on your campaigns than he did.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Yeah, I know. It's like I gotta buy everything. I'm like,
It's
I
an
want the
addiction.
book, I want the shirts, I want everything. And yeah, I ended up backing all the King's campaign, Ethan, Shane, John, all that. You guys.
Andy.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed though. I get Godlike. But my husband was the one that was backing back then, and he didn't get the supplemental. That's so triggered.
Oh, the supplemental's good too.
I am so triggered.
Because I did. I got them both. So yeah, the supplemental's good.
Plus, yeah, it's a really good book. So that's kind of how it all started. Like, I genuinely love the Cyberfrog stories, and then I get to discover you guys' stories, and I was like, whoa, this is what comic books are about. And since then, I've also been buying a lot. I watch the professionals as well, and you guys often pull up other artists, other books, and I end up buying also those on eBay or wherever I can find them. And I think I'm gonna get that one Jazz Maynard that you showed yesterday.
Oh yeah,
that looks pretty nice.
I did go to Amazon and put it onto my list so I don't forget. So they had 2 volumes up on 2 different trade paperbacks on Amazon. So, yeah, I definitely want to check that out for sure. So I'm glad. That's cool. That's good to know. I know Dan takes notes during the professionals on stuff they talk about, and I don't take notes. I'll just open up a new screen and go to Amazon or do a search while we're going around the horn on the show and stuff. So, and bookmark stuff that way. But that's cool. Now, does your husband participate in chats and stuff? Does he have a screen name or no?
No. But he does participate into making those videos, like those AI videos.
Okay.
Without him, I would not be able to make them. It's that simple. It's like,
wow.
I'll explain later. Like, there's a big part of this video that I do not have the skill sets for it. So without his skill sets, I wouldn't be able to make them.
So it's a collaborative effort.
Yeah, it really is a team effort.
Well, John says, welcome to CG, Belle. Look at that. Love the hair. Yay.
I mean, I finally came out of the shadows and started talking and all that.
Yeah. A lurker.
Well, we're glad you did, because this stuff is awesome.
Thank you.
Real quick, Stealth X5, $2. Hello. Thank you very much.
Stopping in.
Stippling Vaughn's actually asking a question. Is that studio space I assume you mean above a single or 2-car. It's a 2-car garage I'm above, and it's an older 2-car garage. The only reason I bring that up is because new 2-car garages aren't as wide. It's like back in and you can barely get out. But this is an older one, so it's pretty big. It's nice.
Well, look at that. We got a comment on your accent. My mom's family are French descended hillbillies from the Blue Ridge Mountains. I know where that is. Their accent is not as pleasant as Belle's. Look at that.
I know most of French people, they talk more like the restaurant is over there. Like they are very harsh and like it's I can't. Even me, when I hear a French talk English, I'm like, whoa.
Oh wow. My dad's family is French Canadian, so that's about it for me.
Yeah. My 2 years of French in high school doesn't allow me to do much in my advanced age. We were in Switzerland, and Switzerland's broken into 4 parts, and the train broke down on the French side, and all they do is speak French. So my wife's like, okay, I can translate all the Swiss German and the German stuff. It's your turn. And I'm like, I think they're saying get off the train. It's broke. The lady next to us is laughing at me, and she goes, actually, you got the gist of it right. But I was only able to translate, 15. I mean, I haven't had French class since 1987, so it's been a while.
You got to unlock it. It's in there
Right?
somewhere.
I hear that all the time because now I live in the US, so I hear that all the time. But the worst part, I think, is when you go to the dentist, right? And they're like, "Oh, you're French. Can you say something in French?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure. It's nice to meet you," or something like that. And then the doctor himself would it's working in your mouth and start asking you a question about carrots.
And
you're like,
I was just gonna say it's like Bill Cosby. So, can you tell me a nice sentence in French?
Yeah.
No, it's
and they got the
terrible.
Slurpees and the sprayers and the drills going. Yeah.
They do. They ask questions. It's like, you know what you're doing, right? Your fingers are in my mouth. I can't talk. They do it on purpose.
Yeah, they do it on purpose.
The tool there's 2 things. Like a lot of people, you say, "Oh, I've got a dentist appointment." They're like, "Oh my God, I hate the dentist." I actually don't mind the dentist. It's 20 minutes. It's for cleaning. That is, it's pretty relaxing. But I hate that little wand thing that sucks the water out of your mouth.
Oh yeah.
And they put it in, and they're like, "Close your mouth," and it's like, and then I cannot stand the chalky cleaner, shiner, fluoride, whatever it is.
Yeah, the polisher.
That was my yesterday. That was my yesterday. I had my dentist appointment, my cleaning in the morning, and then I had my eye doctor in the afternoon. And we talked the whole time. Yeah, it's funny. And look, there's a question in the chat. Oh boy, and it's in French. Belle, êtes-vous a fan? Are you a fan of science fiction and fantasy?
Yeah, actually, you
Is
nailed
that
it.
right?
And yeah, yes, and yes, you nailed it. And yes, I love science fiction, fantasy, all that.
Anybody could have read it. I read that. That wasn't that difficult.
Wow.
I took Spanish. I understood it.
What was interesting though is that he used the êtes-vous is the very polite version of asking a question to somebody.
Isn't that formal?
Yeah, very
the
exactly.
version of Spanish.
Yeah, it's very formal way.
So is all your family still over in France, or?
It's just next question.
Next,
sorry.
How did you? Oh, here's one. What was the first video that you put up there? Was it the Star Trek one with?
Yeah,
my very first
20 minutes
video?
long, I think, 15 minutes long.
The very first one was the very short 1 minute Darmok it is.
Yeah.
It was a test
hilarious.
drive. I was just
okay.
goofing around with everything and just wanted to see if it will work, I don't know. And then when I see the response on it and everybody was laughing and I had a good time watching, and I was like, okay, well then let's try to make more of this.
Yeah.
And you guys make it very easy for me to come up with ideas. It's very fun.
Well, we always have lots of ideas about fun stuff like that. Rich, of course, is asking, you guys go to the dentist?
Oh my.
Yeah, Rich.
This isn't Britain. I'm sorry.
Oh, dang. Now, whoa. We do have Brits that come on the show.
I
And
know.
we do have Canadians, French Canadians. Oh, boy. You could have
Charlie's London is my friend.
worms.
So it's all in love, my French
It
or
is.
my British
She
people.
does the heart.
That's right.
Yeah.
We do that. And then when in Korea, we do that when we take our pictures. Yes.
Oh. And John Cena does this. You can't see me.
Nobody does that.
John Cena said it. I
Yeah,
literally
I
just
heard
said John Cena
nobody does that.
I'm hearing his intro music right now.
I know. You know, he is officially retiring from wrestling in 2025.
It's probably about time.
I'd
The
say
body, it takes a toll on the body. So
he's getting up there too. I don't know how we did segue to wrestling, but
sorry.
I remember watching, because I used to watch wrestling all the time, Monday, Fridays, whatever. And it was the early 2000s. And there was a show on, you know, it's a reality show. It was on like TLC, something like that, about up and coming, you know, people that want to get into pro wrestling. And Cena was on it.
Yeah.
This is when, like, I mean, he literally was a nobody. He was wrestling for those real low companies. That's like, hey, $25 a night, come on out. The scene I remember the most is him going to the grocery store and just filling up his cart with steak and eggs. And like,
yeah, the protein.
That was like it. Just chuck it, which obviously, you know, look like that, but it's just like, wow. And then, you know, you watch that show and you're like, who's going to make it out of this show? And then, you know, 24 years later, boom, skyrocket.
Yeah, lo and behold. Yeah,
Yeah.
he put in the effort, that's for sure. He's 47, Marcus Killigrew said.
He is. I was just going to say that. Wow. Yeah, I mean, once you hit 47, it's all downhill from there. Right, Andy?
Sure.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, we're the same age, so I guess that's true for
you're
you
still
too.
older. Oh, look at that. Randy, $5. Even Canadian $5. I don't know how that's going now with the inflation. But speaking of wrestling, next time I want Andy and Dennis to show up with the 2x4 over the shoulder, like hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yeah, I could do that. Or we could even do something like the camel clutch, the Iron Sheik.
Oh, the Iron Sheik.
Yeah,
I'm not even actually. It's a 2x4 now that I think about it. When I rewatched the clip, I was like, "Is that a 2x4?" Like, I'm not even sure I got this right.
It's close enough.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm a woman. It's okay. Yeah.
No, it's close enough. So when you did the first one, you said it's kind of a collaborative effort with your husband.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what did you like have to go to him right out of the gate and be like, hey, I want to do this, but I need you to like show me how? Or
well, it's like I wanted to do something to support Comics Gate.
Sure.
And I was like, I don't feel like doing a commentary channel and all that. And there's so many of it right now. I'm just like, I want to do something else, something that will make people laugh and have a good time. Because when I started having this idea, well, there's always been drama in Comics Gate, right? But there was like a lot of it at this moment on. I was like, I kind of want to get people to like, you know, have a laugh and think about something else and just, you know, have fun. Like just because it felt like all that drama was kind of rebounding on everybody. Like, and then everybody everybody was pissed off. And I was like, okay. I started thinking about what I could do. And there's this entire AI that the funny part is I'm anti-AI. I don't like AI. I think AI is gonna like it's really not a good thing for human beings. But I was like, it's kind of like funny though that you could swap a face. And then I started thinking about Comics Gate and like imagine like a dramatization of events and stuff like this that could happen. And from there, I talked about it with my husband. I was like, well, for example, I'd like to take this and put, like, for example, Star Trek and put them as the Ethan's the captain and John the commander, like all that. And So it's like, yeah, okay, like give it a shot. And when I show it to him, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Like he was so excited, like he was being a boy, you know. He was just like, oh, this is so. It was like, but when I showed it to him, the thing is, you have to wipe off the entire sound design that's in the episode because I'm adding you guys' voices,
Right.
you know. So the entire track has to be gone. And so that means with the sound effect, the ambience, the music, everything has to be gone. And he was like, well, let me try to do something about this because I don't know sound design whatsoever. Like I don't.
Is he separate the layers, like each of the independent
Yes,
layers?
he has
That's
like
cool.
the timeline. I understand this timeline because I have the same kind of thing going on, but with the images, like it's like you have a bunch of like you have the line number 1, it's going to be Ethan, the line number 2, and it's going to be John and all that.
Oh,
He
okay.
kind of had that going, and then plus he had sounds effect, then the line for music, and he has to mix it all. I think the mixing is the hardest part. And he understands, for example, if something is on the left side of the screen, that the sound needs to come into the left side of your headphones or like, and I was like, this seems so obvious. And yet I was like, I would not even have thought of that. Like, and it's just so obvious that it should be like that. And so he had so much fun doing that. And I can hear him when he works on the sound design. He just burst out laughing like he's upstairs in the office. He's just like, I can hear him laugh, and I'm like, he's working on one of those.
Yeah. It's so well thought out. Like you guys do such a great job with it.
Yeah.
But I think it's because we know you guys. I mean, no, I'm putting hair quotes. Like we see you stream for years, so we know our audience. It's like, for example, Aaron in the Whisper Network, we never at any point made him swear or say something bad because we know Aaron doesn't talk like that.
Right.
But in Nobody though, because he was pissed off and it was in his head, he actually never actually says anything bad. It's just in his head. It's like I imagine that's how it goes in his head. Like he's more loose, you know. Like, well, he's probably.
No, and the funny thing is, like on the one the fritter one, like I wasn't expecting that. So I know you were here because I remember you actually popping up on the chat when we were arguing about donuts and fritters.
Yeah.
And casseroles and hot dishes and pot pies. And then when I saw that and you put in the apple fritters, I died laughing because I so didn't expect it. I'm a huge Tommy Boy fan, and
I'm glad
to hear
you
that come out of the mouth was just it
was great. And I wrote it like it's like the waitress says that yes, apple fritters are donuts, absolutely. But I'm Team Andy. I don't think it's a donut at all. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're fine.
It's not a donut at all.
So, by the way, when we did go to a Dunkin' Donuts and I on vacation, and I did get a fritter, and I asked them, "Is this fritter considered a donut?" And she looked at me strange. She goes, "Yeah, it's here." And I was like, there we go. So anyway, I can just say definitively, according to Dunkin' Donuts, it is a donut.
No. I think you went there wearing that shirt with your guns out, and
they weren't going to argue.
She was like, yeah, sure.
She's like, I'll say anything to get this home if out of my state. Yes, it's a donut. You didn't pick up on it when she goes, it's a donut.
Yeah.
That quiver in her, that scare, fear in her didn't register. You're just like,
no, don't get scared of me. I'm more like the Pillsbury Doughboy. They poke me in the stomach and I giggle.
Hey, so I went to your YouTube. You don't put them all up. You should because I wanted to show Dennis the Nobody one because he hasn't seen it. He was out of town that week that it debuted and stuff. So
well, I can find it for you if I don't send you the wrong file this time. It's just, where is that? I think it's this one.
It's great. She did. I don't want to tell you what scene.
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me this will.
But I'll tell you this: his face fits perfect.
Really,
on Odenkirk. Perfect.
Oh my! Now I want to see it.
Oh, you haven't seen it either?
I haven't.
right
No.
one.
Oh, well, we can't call it an exclusive, but boy, we are going to get to show it. You know, I really love Abra's mic. Now, does it intensify in color as you talk?
No, I sometimes I don't even know why it does it. Sometimes I think it's because I'm hitting the threshold and it's like simmer down. But yeah,
Oh, it just did it.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Simmer down, yeah.
But I want to get a new kind of more professional mic. I want to get one of the Rode mics, but
Oh, yeah.
they're very pricey. So I'm gonna have
Mhm.
to save up my pennies, nickels, and dimes to do that.
Oh. I
I
don't
sent
know.
you
I
the
mean,
video on your. Sorry, I sent you the
No, go
video
ahead.
on your DMs.
Okay, I'll get it.
All right.
I mean, I just use this Yeti and it works great.
Yeah.
You've got, I mean, look, you got a pop filter and everything. I mean, you are, look at that. The last time I had a pop filter was when I was doing radio. We all had them on our mics, but I still have it somewhere around here, but
It's mostly
Right,
for
yeah,
show,
yeah.
so I can pretend to look like I know what I'm doing.
All right, let's see here. Let me make sure this is going to work, and then I'll share the screen. Yeah, let me share the screen. Present, share screen. I'm so glad that Abra hasn't seen it either.
Yeah, I'm
You
looking
know,
forward
I don't
to
want
it.
to do something just for Dennis. I mean,
I can see a few people in the chat saw it because even Wolverine said, "Oh, it's great."
So this one I didn't post because I felt kind of bad making it. I was like,
Oh,
well, it was like, okay, Aaron was very like graceful and yet criticized on this page. Like his reaction was like just very professional about it. But I was like, oh my god, I don't know how I would handle criticizing
oh, trust me, we've talked about it behind this, off camera. He loves it. He loves it.
Yeah, and I was like, I kind of feel bad. Like it was such a vulnerable moment, like I don't want to put this out on the internet. I was just like, I was just gonna send it in private, and
Aaron's such a teddy bear.
yeah,
it was
he's a
not
great guy.
He's a teddy bear with the skin of a tank. He can take anything pretty much.
I realized that now. Like he was a very good sport about it. But yeah, then there is that king that happened when Ethan was talking about the procedures to remove a penis or whatever. And so he was making those face like, and so I imagine it's like, this is how he must have felt inside when, that page was criticized. And that's when it clicked. I was like, oh, and I started imagining what would happen later that night, and that's how all this happened.
All right. Well, I'm going to play it so you guys can see it. Just hit a thumbs up, Abra, if you can hear it. Make sure.
Would you share the little screen I posted there? This is a page I just got back from Matt Ryan. I showed the pencils.
Wow.
And this is what it looks like inked.
It's such a beautiful page too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what I would say, though? I would say one thing. I really like this. This is impressive. But the trees, the black silhouettes of the trees, what they're doing, because they're perfectly shaped around his shape at the top, they make it look like that's not finished.
I think you're spot on about the there's like a halo around him, and then the color would definitely pop him. But the black is so great at silhouetting that figure. I think the trees back there would be great. And if we're doing a little critique here, the left leg on Kit, I feel like we should see part of the lower thigh there, because that leg looks like it's sticking out of her butt. I don't like monkeys. There shouldn't be a monkey in here.
Yeah, I'll rewrite it for you, Graham. Anything else?
There are lines on the rocks that are in the foreground.
Scene right away.
Man, everybody's critical.
Oh my
listen
God.
to it. Listen.
Whoa. Ooh, look at these hooligans. Oh, please let them in. These guys kind of remind me of Ethan, Graham, and Jimmy. Go on, throw a punch. Ah, pussy. Guess today was National Be a Jerk Day. All right, time to blossom steam.
Does this face match up?
It does.
Hey, check it. What do you want, bitch?
I'm gonna mess you up.
Nah, I got
Well, would you look at the time? It's beat down a clock.
Smile.
And if we're doing a little critique here, the left leg on Kit.
Take your lines on the rocks that are in the foreground.
Run! I don't like monkeys. There should be a monkey.
And now that I think about it, I had a couple good points.
Yes. Magnifique.
Oh my God, that is so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, Aaron was a very good sport about it. It was fun.
I mean, it's amazing with that one because like his face matches up so good, but just with all the movement in it and stuff.
There is a lot of editing, like a lot.
Yeah.
It's because, for example, I wanted a longer scene at the end when you can actually see him go outside come down out of the stair of the bus, like I felt like I needed more there, but I couldn't fix the AI. It was glitching all over. It was terrible.
Oh, wow.
There is some glitches in those videos, and I'm like, it's okay, it's a minor one, and it still remind everybody that it's fake, so I'm fine with that. But some glitch are so bad, I'm like, I still want people to believe that it could actually be real.
Sure.
It's like trying to find the balance between, yes, it's fake, it's AI, but that could actually happen. So I have to edit a lot out. And in this case, also because there were some part of that scene that were very brutal and violent.
Oh, yeah.
And I enjoy it. I have fun watching that, but I know some might not. So I try to or it's like he says, I'm going to mess you up. But in the movie, normally he says, I'm going to fuck you up.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was like, Aaron would never say the F word.
No.
So
and that's one of my favorite scenes from the movie in the first place. And I mean, honestly, it looked just like Aaron. It was so good.
when they walk on the bus and he's like, they remind me of Ethan, Graham, and Jimmy.
Yeah.
I think my favorite line was Graham. I don't know if he said it as a joke or if he really doesn't like monkey, but they just like,
oh no,
I don't like
joke.
monkeys. Why is it there? It just cracked me up so much, and that's why it's a lot in there. It's just I thought it was great.
Looks like the legs coming out of her butt.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Just like the first time we watched it on the Kings, I was like, when he was reacting, I had to stop and think and go, wait, was he really reacting that
No,
badly?
yeah, no.
And I was like, no, he wasn't reacting. That's something else. Okay.
No, it was very professional. He listened to everyone, and but I was like, I can only imagine, you make something and you get criticized by your peers on stream.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I was feeling bad, and I didn't put it on internet like for everybody to like watch as much as they want. I felt like I was like, "Oh, I'll just send it to Ethan." And
yeah. No, he did.
He did. That is awesome.
How can you not? It's great.
Did you send it to Aaron?
Yes, then I
Okay.
I thought, because then I sent it to you, and then I was like, well, it's only fair I send it to Aaron.
Oh yeah, I would hope he plays it on his as well.
I hope he does too. That is so good.
The only thing, and you guys have probably seen it, but Aaron said something on one of the Kings one night, and I literally I think as soon as it came out of his mouth, I said, "Clip it."
Oh my!
And Texas Mofo clipped it. And I'm just trying to find it. It's real short. You guys, like I say, you've probably seen it, but it's going to go over top of us. But this is what I did for Aaron as an intro.
Got bigger, fat, pretty face, and a real nice figure. Shoot your shot, pull it.
Do you see how big that black one was?
Whoops.
Generally, whenever I host the professionals, he's the only one I have something like that for. I really need to go through and make a short thing for everybody. But
that's perfect. I love it. That's perfect.
He has like this innocence.
But yeah, if you want, I can. Okay, so I could show you like a short scene on what I'm working at right now. I haven't announced it yet.
An exclusive.
Yeah, you get an exclusive.
Love exclusive.
And I'll show you also like I clipped out a short scene of like what happens when the face, like AI face, glitches out and.
Oh, okay.
So let me see. I'm gonna put this up. Present.
Dan says, "What is it about Aaron that makes for a great straight man?"
It is.
He is.
He is the Abbott in Abbott and Costello. He really is. I would make a good Costello, but he really does make a good straight man.
He's a good. God, I'm blanking on the names of the Odd Couple characters.
Felix Unger
and
Oscar Madison.
He'd make a good Felix.
Yes,
he would make a great.
Yeah,
Felix.
He even looks like he's that tidy, preppy, super clean kind of guy that goes around and Windexes all the light switches.
Yeah, if you want to make it up to Aaron, because he's not watching this, he won't even know I said it. You should do a clip from the Odd Couple where he's Felix, and then I don't know, pull somebody else that from whatever that would be. Kelsey. That'd be pretty funny. Kelsey is Oscar.
Oh my!
Kelsey would be a great Oscar.
All right, I'm going to show your screen.
So that's Shane.
Yeah.
And for if anyone recognized that outfit, is from the movie Kickboxer.
Yeah, is Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
And I was working on that before the all the YouTube thing happened. What happened with this channel? And because I wanted to have that ready when he launches Inglorious Strikes 3. And so this is what I'm working on. I'm very man, you have no idea how funny that scene is with Shane on Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's just priceless.
That dance.
Yes. So wait. And this is what. Stop sharing. Sorry, I'm trying to navigate.
Oh no, you're fine.
We got guys. We got an exclusive coming up. We've got 552 of you waiting on pins and needles now to see Belle's exclusive.
I muted this just to make sure it wouldn't flag anything, so there's not going to be any sound.
All right, let's see.
So right now his face is not mapped. It's gonna be, but like because he's underwater, so there's also a lot that goes into the depending on the scene. If the scene is dark, if there is some kind of special effect or wind or snow or like
Oh
you
yeah.
name it, there's a lot of things that can be a problem. Or the angle of the face also can be an issue.
Sure.
So this is what happened when there's glitches. It's like it all blinks, and this I think was the most interesting.
Oh, that's still pretty. The underwater one was still really good though, just because, like you said, it's not just nothing in front of his face. He's underwater.
Yeah. So when you edit, you can work this out. And sometimes I go with After Effects, I go in and try the fixed thing. Like for
Yeah.
example, I think it's in Whisper Network. There is a big zoom in on Ethan's face as Picard, and you can see. I mean, it's visible. I could help noticing it afterwards. There is like some kind of a box around his head that's of the light is different.
Yeah.
And it's because I went in and tried to stabilize the mask, and I got lazy and didn't match the light with the scene. I forgot to do it, and then I was like, "Oh, that's okay. It's barely visible." And so in Kickboxer, you're gonna have Shane Davis, Yanzi, and Wooden Shot. Wooden Shot's gonna be the special guest star. And so you can see right now, Yanzi is mapped on the master, and it has no business to be mapped on the master. Like, I was like, how did that happen?
Oh, wow.
There's another frame, if I can find it, that's like, it's Shane. There.
Oh, oh wow. Holy crap.
It's like, what happened? And then normally that's him.
Yep.
Nobody's mapped on him. And then Shane appears, and then Yenzi. I was like, what happened here?
Now, when you, because I know from talking to you, DMing and stuff, you know, you obviously have to skim through videos and stuff for the angles. Do you literally have to find like an angle of Yanzi's head at that angle?
No, I couldn't. Like,
I was gonna say, how could you?
No, I can't.
Yeah.
It's already okay. Let me just say, if any one of you goes missing in Comics Gate and the FBI show up at my door, I'm the first suspect because
Oh
I
my.
have a file of your faces on my computer.
Oh no!
It's kind of
Put the lotion in the basket.
It's like it'll be hard to explain. Like it's just that.
No, that's fine.
Well, we know who's behind all the deep fakes now. We understand.
Now wait, you said Wooden Shot's in it. He's been on camera?
No.
Oh, so what are you doing for that?
He's gonna be as a owl.
Oh, okay. So just the voice?
But no, you'll see.
Okay. Yeah. Don't ruin
I'm
anything.
excited.
I'm asking too many questions.
You know, I was just laughing and thinking about, you know, how far we've come. Back in the mid 80s, you know, they had the kiosks in the mall for those of you, you know, that are old enough to remember. And I went and got it was Arnold Schwarzenegger in his commando. He's got the gun and he's sitting there holding it. And they were able to take a picture of you and cut it out. And they put my face directly over it. It's printed on felt. And I still have it. It's from like 84, 85, 86, somewhere in there. But it was like, oh my God, that was like the greatest thing. It was like $20 back then. But it was the greatest thing ever. And we go from this to fully being able to just immerse yourself into like an entire scene of Commando or whatever. It's just mind-boggling what we can do in such a short period of time.
But
it's scary.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say, Abra. It's also very like scary. It's where is that gonna go? Like, what is it gonna be used for? The way I use it is harmless, right? It's just for fun, and I try to be very respectful about everybody that I put in the videos. Like I would never make them say something they would never say. You know, like I don't know.
So in other words, Dennis, in a video, these words will never be spoken by you. I am straight. It's just never going to happen.
Wow.
I mean, just wow.
I wear a 35-inch inseam and I'm 6'2". Never come out of your mouth, Dennis.
That's true because I wear shorts. I don't have to worry about it.
That's true.
And by the way, Abra, I don't think you're off the hook. I plan on putting you into one of those videos. It's happening. It is.
Yeah.
I snag a picture. I
Oh,
snagged a
no.
picture from you when you were you went to that con to meet
Yes,
everyone.
the Garden State Comic Fest.
Yeah, you seemed like you had a really good time. That was fun. Thank
Oh,
you
it
for
was
the
so
video.
much fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
I can't wait till next year.
Now,
Uh,
he already announced the dates too, just in case.
Really?
Yeah, Garden State next year is June 20. It's the weekend of the 28th.
So
of
Heroes, we had to put it in our calendar. Heroes is not Father's Day weekend. It's the week after, the following weekend. And then Garden State is still following it the week after Heroes.
Yep.
So Heroes here in Charlotte, followed by Garden State. So I've got both of them marked in my calendar for next year, and I will try not to plan anything over it again.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
guys
hope
are gonna
John
go?
Malin can come and Shane Davis.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
I know. So doing the videos, then I assume you actually have to pull from video. It's not like you could be like, oh, just send me a bunch of photos of your face and your head in different angles. Could you do it that way, or do you have to pull from video, or how's that work?
No. Okay. So, for example, I can show you what I'm using for you. For example, the picture that I'm using for you.
I hope I have my shirt on.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. But I think
Nice
your
school
face
girl.
is funny. on
Actually,
this one.
she's pulling your video of Christina.
Oh, yeah. So, I can show you in a second. Dennis and I did some Reface stuff using the Reface app when it was really free and you could do a lot. I haven't shared them in a while, but I can. But oh yeah, it's Cancer Patient Andy. I remember that.
Oh.
Well, it's for No Shave November. So every November is No Shave November. It's a real thing for guys. So I shave it. I shave obviously my goatee, so it's that. And for 30 days in November, I don't shave anything. And then come December, everything goes except for the goatee.
It's Mr. Clean. It is.
But
You have a smile like, what was the guy from Full House, that comedian that did the puppets and stuff too? Oh my God.
Oh, I can help with that.
Yeah, it wasn't the rock and roll guy, and it wasn't the
No, it wasn't Stamos.
No.
It was the
Matt.
it wasn't Bob Saget, and it wasn't Stamos. It was the other guy.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the other guy. But that kind of smile, that smirk you have going on kind of reminds me of him. Somebody out there in the chat will remember.
Wasn't it Susie? Wasn't it your lovely wife when you showed her that? Said, "Who's the cancer patient?"
Yes.
Oh my.
See, I get it. Don't let him come off so innocent. Like I don't get.
Yeah, Dave Coulier.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Katie did. Hello.
Hey.
Oh.
Katie did. Hell, y'all. Awesome panel. Great work, Belle.
Thank you,
Katie. Yeah, here, let's see. We made a bunch with the Reface. I'll only show you one. What do you think's the best one to show, Dennis? This one? Or no, this one?
I don't do that one.
All right, so this is one we did with the Reface app.
That's great.
Oh my Lord.
I love the Brokeback Mountain one.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Brokeback one. I was like,
Paul's got it right. Brokeback Andy.
Hey, you see how big he is? Of course I have a broke back.
Oh my.
played some naked leapfrog over there.
Yeah. Now the fun thing about that one is that last shot where we're on the beach and looking real. I mean, that was actually me. We had to do some work with this guy.
Right.
But the hair, of course, wasn't me, but everything else.
Yeah,
I
everything
can't quit
else.
you.
Even Rich, I can't quit you. Don't quit, Rich. Don't quit us.
Don't, Rich. Don't, Rich. That movie was, everybody was talking. I never saw it in theaters, but everybody was just talking about this movie, Brokeback Mountain. And they mentioned Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger and stuff. And I'm like, but they never, at the time when it came out, it was talked about, but not really gone into detail. So I'm like,
good reason.
what's the big deal? I got to watch this. And I watched it and I was like, oh, okay. All right.
They tricked me. I was like, I'll give it a chance because they touted it as a love story or romance. I'm like, okay, it's not my cup of tea, but I'll give it a shot. There was nothing romantic about that. I am sorry.
No.
That was raunchy.
Yes.
Did you ever see The Crying Game? Either of you?
No.
I have not.
No.
Did you?
Nope.
No.
We
have to put that on a list.
Leave it at that. You should watch it. It's from from 93, 92, 93. Forrest Whitaker's in it. Yeah, just go watch it.
All right.
Pull your husband's next to you tight and watch The Crying Game.
Why am I kind of nervous about that?
And don't Google anything about it before you watch it.
All right.
Yeah.
You busted.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just gonna pull it up.
Yeah.
Hey, so there's a one thing I was going to get your guys' opinion on. There's a new comic coming out from a star that you guys probably love. We'll see. I'm going to share the screen, see if you guys have heard of this book, and then I'll give you the rundown on what it's about.
Oh no.
I thought it was The Cringe when I first saw it. I was like, well, that's appropriate, but oh no.
It's The Change, and Whoopi's always wanted to write a comic. Apparently it's out now. I heard about this book. I swear I thought Dennis and I did a show about it, honestly, like a year or maybe a year and a half ago. But this just popped up again because now I guess the book is out. It's The Change. It's about a woman that when she experiences the change with hot flashes and stuff, she gains superpowers. And as Whoopi said, there was not a book out that she could relate to, and she thought there was this hole in the market that needed to be filled for women like her. So she just went out and created this book. I think it'll be a game changer.
Couldn't she just read the vagina monologues or something?
Right. Well, see, we did cover this topic kind of before, because remember Amelia Clark, she wrote that comic book Mothers of Madness.
Yeah.
And it was Mom. And we actually I picked up the first issue to go over it. And it is about, in this case, when the female types get their weekend at Flo, when Aunt Flo comes to visit, she gets her superpowers. And that is the only time she gets her superpowers, because that also was a story that needed to be told about a superhero for a few days a month, got their superpowers.
Nobody wants to read that. Not even women. Like we
That's
don't.
what I wanted. We got Andy on here, so we just wanted to know. Would you guys read either of those type of books? Does that even appeal?
It's bad enough that we're being punished for eating the apple. Like, we don't need to read a comic book.
Allegedly.
Allegedly eating the apple. Yeah, like, come on now.
Let me grab this real quick from Paul Taylor for $10. Thank you. One of my friends auditioned for Brokeback Mountain. They told him it was a Western. I asked him if he went back to do certain stunt scenes. I'm never telling you anything ever again.
Oh no.
Thank you, Paul. That's funny. Oh no, it's what am I auditioning for? Oh, it's just a Western. Ooh, cool. I like Westerns. I'll audition for that. Okay, so you have to go in this tent.
You gotta get really cold and you're trying to work with your friend.
Yeah. Guys, we do right now. We have a massive audience on X and Twitter. We've got 661 viewers. Almost all of them are on X and Twitter. So, forgot people that were saying, Facebook's not going to go away. YouTube's the place. We're actually on here, but the overwhelming majority of the viewers right now are on Twitter X right now.
Wow.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, wait, here we go. Peter Ma says, who I met in Garden State. Very nice. I love Brokeback. I thought it was very good. And The Crying Game, I saw it back in the day, twist ending, but I liked it. No ending pushing, both that I can remember, just good movies. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
There's something for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crying Game does have the twist in the end. And, you know, it wasn't an awful movie, but, you know.
I mean, I guess Abra and I are going to find out soon.
I don't know. Does it? I might have to look it up. Oh, you're going to spoil it for yourself. So, yeah, Whoopi here is.
She looks like Amanda Waller and Granny. What's the?
Oh, Granny Goodness.
Granny Goodness. Like the two of them were just married together or something. Or Amanda Waller ate her or something.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing, too, is with this is it's like, okay, so you want to write a comic that you feel represents you and all that. No. But then you're like, oh, yeah, and you got to have it look like me. It's got to look like
me. It's not
be anybody else. It's got to be me.
The hubris behind that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be about like something to represent her. It wants it to be her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was no coming about you because, well, guess what? You're not that interesting to be like, I don't know what it is about women. No offense, Abra.
None taken, trust me.
What it is about women that absolutely want to, like, they insert themselves into everything.
Yeah,
and I don't get that. Like it's like that Tommy Boy thing, you know, like how I actually don't believe, you know, the apple fritter is a donut, right? I'm like, no, it's not a donut. But in this clip, I had the waitress say, yeah, absolutely, it is, because it's not about me. It's about the story is more fun that way. If the waitress agrees with Dennis and then he orders a waffle, it's like, well,
right. So you didn't insert your own opinion in it. You know,
exactly.
You kind of did what would work for the story in the clip. Yeah,
exactly. But her is like, I don't have anything that represent me. I'm pretty sure there must be something in there. But if you look at the picture of that character of the comic, it's not to represent you. It's just you.
I used to like Whoopi back in the 80s. She was so funny.
Yes.
Go Jumping Jack Flash. You know, she had some really good
Sister Act.
Yeah, I like Sister Act one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, no. And her stand-up comedy was good.
Something happened that made her just bitter and angry. And I feel bad for her, but I don't like her anymore.
I can't feel bad for any of those people on The View, since that's what she announced us on and stuff. I just can't. They're just deranged. The stuff that comes out of their mouths is just insane. And it's not even, you know, because obviously you can tell, you know, they don't hide which way they lean and stuff.
Yeah.
But they just have no tolerance. But that's what they preach, and that's.
I feel like Hollywood has kind of brainwashed them, though. At this point, like they've just become washed in the, you know, that whole indoctrination of, you know, I'm a good liberal. I'm, you know, do what I say, but not as I do. You know, just because I think about compassionate things, I don't have to give up my private jet and this and that. But, yeah, I don't know. She lost the plot with me for sure.
Yeah, it's virtue signaling. It's like,
yes,
look at all the good stuff that I do. It's like, okay.
Yeah, see, and Paul's got it right. And Next Generation, yeah, she played Guinan.
I like her as Guinan, yeah.
Yeah, and she was
she did, and I think, and I think she actually said something in an interview like, that she told her mom she was gonna have that role in Star Trek, which personally a role annoyed me only because undermined the role of Diana Troy. Because Diana Troy, then her role kind of was just like ended up pointing the obvious, just telling the audience what was going on. And the role of Whoopi was a bit more like she was actually bringing some kind of wisdom and a little bit more to the table. And I felt like, well, but we have Diana Troy for that. She could do that. Even more so with her abilities.
Yeah, the empathic abilities.
Yeah, I just felt like I was like, but it sorry, when I'm nervous, I tend to like just babble.
When Deanna Troy first started, she reminds me, you know, for those of you that are truckers out there, you probably have seen Galaxy Quest.
Yes.
That was the whole point of Gwen. You know, I've got one job to do it. It may be stupid, but I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
Sigourney Weaver at her finest.
Oh yeah.
Like, who comes up with this stuff? And then, like, when they're trying to go to the core of the ship, and there's all this crazy.
You need to fire him.
That is an awesome movie.
Oh, that movie is just so good. It's so good.
It is one of the greatest love letters you could ever have to Star Trek.
Yeah,
it is.
You know, they were trying to get a second one, a sequel done, and you know, they're still talking about it. But with Alan Rickman passing, he really was one of the cornerstones. I just don't know if it would have it.
I couldn't imagine without, you know, Galaxy Quest without him. The Rothgar's hammer. I salute you.
Oh, totally.
I see you managed to get your shirt off. Exactly, Alan Rickman.
Well, and Tim Allen rolls for no reason.
Yeah.
He's doing it all over the place, and wasn't it Sigourney Weaver that said something about it to him?
Yes. Oh my God, that is again just another great movie, but love it. But that is what it reminded me of. Deanna Troi, that's all she did was, oh, I can't sense this. I do this. I'm just repeating this. And then Guinan came on, and all of a sudden she's this unknown alien person that has these strange, subtle abilities that seems to know everything. And it was an enigma wrapped in a mystery box.
That's right.
Yeah. But it's and Whoopi went on an interview and saying like, I'm gonna have that role in Star Trek, and at least it's not about a black woman being a maid or whatever else, like some. And I was like, what is she talking about? Because they always, I've noticed the left always act like the way they forces things, their work in Jenna and all that. It's like they're like, there was never any female strong powerful. I'm like,
yeah, there was.
Really? Xena in Alien, like you name it. Like it's like there was never before a strong.
Well, that's just it. It didn't happen. It didn't happen until they did it. So
it's and I'm not a fan either about women kicking men's ass. Like it's not believable. It's that would never happened. I don't understand what that's the thing.
Women have to be crafty.
Oh, okay, Gina.
But I mean, it's believable. She stands there.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey.
She could take Andy and just like an accordion, she would just start doing this and moving Andy and be like,
I could hear it too.
It's like, did you guys watch the last Batman that came out? Like the last movie, the Batman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With Patterson and
thank you. Yeah. And Catwoman, by the end of the movie, he's about to fall or whatever, like he gets shot and he's about to fall and she holds him. Okay, I don't believe a minute you can hold the man with full armor. And on top of that, it was like that entire dramatic scene. And I burst out laughing in the theater because my husband is like, what's the big deal? Can't he swim? And I was just burst out laughing. Yeah, I was like, that's true. Like, what's
He'll
the
inflate his bat wings.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, that's true. It was very funny. And I can't believe a woman to be able to hold a man of that much weight. It's just not believable. But somehow they want to do it.
Definitely not with how she looked. Once again, you can suspend disbelief, but you have to make the right choices with actors and stuff.
Right.
For the audience to do that. Now, once again, if that was Gina Carano doing it, you have no problem with it.
I would believe it. I'll buy it.
Yeah. Well, we just watched, like the Expendables, the fourth one that just came out, and they had Megan Fox in it. And I'm like, okay, they're putting some eye candy in. And then we're watching it. My wife, she loves the Expendables.
I loved it
at the movie theater watching it. She goes, wait. She can't do that to Jason. We just can't. She goes, wow. It's literally pulled her out of the movie going, yep, can't happen. Jason, just kick her ass.
Yeah, I mean, the eye candy has to like kind of catch your eye a little bit. She distracts you. And then when you're not, you lower your defenses. And then that's when she can figuratively
like the believable one, if you play Street Fighter 2, I always play Chun-Li. I'm great with Chun-Li. I can kick anybody's ass with Chun-Li.
The
But
thighs.
just saying, there's an exception to every rule.
There is, but yeah, in general though, it's like, come on.
Oh,
Plus, I don't think it's a good message to send to young women. They're like, yeah, you totally could, kick some guy's ass if he attacks you or something. You
You're
got
gonna
this,
go punch
girl.
a guy and break a wrist,
Yeah, no, I swear. It's like, yeah, sure. I would advise
I
running.
started watching. There's a new Jessica Alba movie on Netflix. She's Army Ranger, whatever, And the movie starts off, and she's on this mission and whatever, and her truck gets taken out, and she's with her driver. Her driver gets killed. Her truck gets taken out, and first she's using her gun, which is fine. Take down a couple dudes. That's totally fine. You're using a gun, but then she has to go hand to hand with this one dude that's pretty big, and they do it like an evenly matched fight again.
No. Really?
And it's just like, come on.
She'd have to find pressure points. She'd have to keep her distance. Like you can't. Yeah,
Right.
a small woman can't keep.
Is it worth watching? Because we saw it. That was on our list.
No.
We both love Jessica Alba.
Yeah, I turned it
Dark
off after a
Angel.
half hour.
One of my Dark Angel season
Yeah.
1 was phenomenal.
No, I watched a half hour of it and turned it off.
Okay, good. Don't have to watch it.
It really came across like some Netflix movies that Netflix produces. You're like, oh, that looks really good budget. Looks like you could see it in the theater.
Yeah.
This movie looked like a made-for-TV movie. I mean, there wasn't a ton of for the half hour I watched special effects because it's based in real world stuff, but it just she goes to this mine where her dad was a miner. He gets killed, whatever. She goes back
So
home.
he was only 16?
I was thinking that same thing, Dennis.
I knew you
would. So she's underage, or he's
A minor,
underage?
right? Always bringing people's age into it. Andy.
Whatever.
Sorry, Andy.
She goes to the mine where he died, whatever, and she's looking at the rubble and stuff because it was a cave in, whatever. And she picks up this one rock and she just looks at it, and then the guy that's with her that she grew up with her whole life, whatever, back in town, they go outside and he's like, she says something like, give me your grenade, whatever. He's got a grenade, I don't know. She throws it. He's like, what are you doing? And and it explodes, and then they walk up to where the grenade explodes, and she picks up another rock and goes, see that dimpling? It matches. That was no accident. Something like that. I'm just like, oh my God, come on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And that would
A bit
bother
of a
me if it was
stretch.
a guy, just because of the thing. Walks up, look at all these rocks, picks ones up. Wait a second. Goes out, chucks a grenade, picks up a rock. Look at it. So, yeah, don't waste your time.
Okay, glad to hear that. So I will say, just because it's made for Netflix or Amazon doesn't mean it's bad.
No,
we are going to be doing a review. I think we did watch Eddie Murphy in
Beverly
Hills Cop 4, Axel F, and
Yeah, don't spoil it. I'm currently
Nope.
rewatching the old ones, and I'm gonna
Oh,
watch the new
yeah.
one. Yeah.
especially the first two.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, I mean those three. It's got a few good parts.
Yeah, no spoilers. Those were good. But this is another good show. So Dark Angel, yes, but Alias was great.
I really liked
Alias.
Alias.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, she was amazing in that. Jennifer Garner.
Garner, yeah.
Yeah. It was that and the other one I was thinking of, Nikita with Maggie. Q.
Oh, La Femme Nikita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Another
Yeah.
really
Oh.
Go sit in the corner.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Maggie Q could have a 10-mile-an-hour gust of wind and she'd be carried away.
But they didn't get her where she was picking up, as somebody put in the chat, Honda and throwing him or anything like that. She was stealth. She was going in there. She had her thing. She was great with a gun. They were solid. It was very much like Alias. They were believable of ladies that of ability.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to think. There was a show on, I want to say it was Amazon Prime, with the actress that played, what's her face, Guardians of the Galaxy, green chick? I can never remember her name. Gamora. The actress that played Gamora was in a show,
Zoe
Saldana, where they had to recruit a new undercover op for agent for a special op, military stuff, whatever. And they went through and looked, did their due diligence and who they picked, and they needed a woman. But in the fight scenes she was in, I mean, she got her ass. Oh, Lioness. And it was Paramount.
Ooh,
Thank you, Joe.
yeah.
So Lioness. I mean, this chick, she got her ass handed to her. I mean, but she came out on top. If she won the fight, it's because it was against somebody bigger, but she was using her head on what can I use to my advantage in this fight to beat this guy.
And those are what we like to see.
Right, because it shows they're smart and they're thinking, But I mean, she'd come out of fights and her face was swollen up, and they had to pull her out of the field for a little bit.
If you haven't seen it, I think we reviewed it. Lioness was good when it came out. You can still get it.
Oh, yeah, it's still out.
It might still be streaming.
I mean, they pulled her. They pulled her out of the mission for a bit, but then she had to go back in undercover, and they're like, oh crap. This is your new story. You were in this auto accident. This is why you haven't talked to these people in a while, blah, blah, blah. So they really tried to make it make sense and make it real. And they did a really good job. So, it can be done.
Yeah, it's just women have to be sneaky. Like they'd have to throw dirt in the guy's eyes and, kind of go for the knees and jump on their backs like a spider monkey and start going for the neck and eyes,
Yeah,
stuff
well,
like that.
that's just the thing. I mean, look, ladies, this. Kick him in the balls. That will take the guy down. That will take us down. And for Dennis, it's not even that high of a kick. He's got such short ends.
Just like that.
You're lifting your leg.
Sweep the leg.
But yeah, that's exactly that. Make it believable. It's like in Species, she's an alien, right? So of course she's gonna rip you apart. In Alien, the movie, she's using guns or really and they clearly established that she has a background of mechanics and stuff. So you got a Dark Angel also. She's I think not a mutation, but a enhanced soldier or whatever. So that it's also very believable that she can kick another man's ass, no problem. As long as it's believable, or using whatever you have around you to win the fight. But it's the way the left does it, though. It's absolutely not believable. It's just one-on-one. It would be like me or Abra one-on-one Dennis. Dennis will look at us, be like, "What you want?" He wouldn't even be scared.
Right? I'll just stand there. Just take your best shot. It's like Andy when he finally grabs that 2x4. Then you got a shot. It's the same thing.
Exactly. It's like, Indiana Jones when he realizes, wait a second, I'll just shoot this guy.
Yeah, he's pulling out
that was great.
And he's like, okay, boom.
Wasn't it an improv though? Because he was sick or something. Oh, that was
it was perfect.
Gold.
It was. He was. I think he had a flu, or he was just really sick that day. And he just improvised that. But it was perfect. I mean, it was just one of those improv moments in movies that is just perfect.
It really was.
What is this? Tracker TV shows like Reach or Light. Yeah, I like Tracker. I like that actor, so that's why I started watching it. Tracker is a good show, though.
Yeah, Reacher, another good one.
Oh yeah, Reacher's
love Reacher.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, we've been going for an hour and 23.
Guys, we got almost 800 of you watching us right now. Talk about this. So again, Twitter, X, you guys are just loving us on there. And, hopefully you guys go and
subscribe.
You can find all of us on Twitter. If you're not already friends, you can DM us. Abra, Belle, Andy, myself, all good.
That's right. YouTube channels. Randy is doing, Randy's the man. He posts links for us like nobody's business, and we appreciate it so much. He's great.
Thank you, Randy.
So that's very cool. And thank you guys for coming on today with us.
It was
So,
great. It was,
it really
Belle, it was
was.
great
to hang
meet
out.
you.
So nice
Abra,
meeting you.
always love having you on. These are always fun topics and fun episodes that we can put together, and our audience does like this.
Oh, that was
Hey,
good. Well, when
Dan.
you have,
Oh,
sorry,
go
when
ahead.
you have Andy Smith sending you a DM being like, you want to come hang out with me, Dennis and Abra? There's only one
Yeah.
answer to that is
The
yes.
answer is yes. You say
Absolutely.
yes.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you did ask if I was actually going to be on or not. And I was like, yeah. And you're like, yeah, I'll still do it. That's cool. Dan's like, see, now Dan's sucking up. He's like, thank you, Belle. Your vids are hilarious.
Because he
Dan,
knows
maybe
he's
if
going
you
to
were
be in
on
one of
camera
them.
more, you'd be in one. Just saying.
Wow, Dan, he just threw shade. Don't you throw shade at Dan?
Just saying, Dan gets the link every Monday night for the Kings. He's always welcome to join the show. Always gets
Dan, he comes on when it's important. He is a busy person, putting out those great Bob Ross like videos of drawing. Dan, it's just great to listen to. So hopefully you guys make sure you find Dan, and if you're not subscribing, subscribe to his too.
That's right. And of course, before we go, if you're new to the channel, new to the streaming stuff, Kor-Drath, The Awakening, that is the book Dennis and I are doing right now. It is the follow-up to Kor-Drath, The Reckoning. And if you didn't get that one, well, I've now swapped out the featured tier. So the featured tier is now the volume 1 and the new one, catch-up tier with the new Budroot cover for Kor-Drath, The Reckoning. Kor-Drath and Adriana are back. Kor-Drath belonged to the Red Lions tribe. His whole tribe got wiped out in the first book. How'd that happen, you ask? You're going to have to read the first book. But he is back with a vengeance to save Adriana's tribe, the Black Eagles, from the fate that came down on his tribe. Vordoom, the big bad of the story, is introduced more fully in this new volume. Go check it out. The link, of course, is in the description below. We've got all the various covers up, preview pages for you guys to look at. I was working on page 19 today, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, back at it. Dennis got to see it. I do let him see preview pages every now and then. I think it's only fair since he wrote the stuff.
And then I rip it up and say, start over, Andy. And he does.
He does. He's the bully. He's the little bitch that pulls the football away from Charlie Brown.
Oh.
I'm Lucy.
Yes.
I was going to say, you called him Lucy.
Yes.
And the fact is, you believe me every time. Come on, Andy, kick it. Kick it. Okay, this time, Dennis, I'm going to get it.
It's never that simple. I make you sign waivers and everything. You don't even care. Your signature's worthless. What? You always pull the football away. It's a Nerf football, too. Not even a real one.
Andy, thanks for more add-ons for the Adriana shirt, but I need buy Adriana in a large and a 2XL size, buying for 2.
Oh, wait. So I need to... Okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. All right. I will, I'll make it so there's an add-on. Okay. I'll take care of that. I got confused when you first asked about doing the add-ons with the shirts and stuff. So not a problem. So anyhow, guys, go check it out. Various covers, of course, mine drawn by me, colored by the Dan Lawless, who is hopefully still in the chat watching. The homage cover.
Dan's watching. I can tell. I feel his presence in our stream.
It's weird. I feel your presence when I'm sleeping at night, and I really don't ever want to.
Wow. You know, it's a good thing nobody watches anything on the internet anymore.
It's just weird when we share a hotel room and you got your Darth Vader mask on.
Oh, Lord.
Your breathing apparatus. Every now and then I just want to wake up in the middle of the night and just pinch it to see if it actually makes a difference. Pinch the hose, cut off his oxygen, just to see what happens.
Wow.
Oh, don't worry.
You also magnify ants. I get it. We see what kind of person you are.
Oh, you didn't do that when you were a kid?
I would never do that.
Please. So back to the campaign. God, Dennis, just keep interrupting me. Demise and Dracomort, new role-playing game module that Dennis wrote. He wrote the first one. Lots of people got it. Lots of people played it and really enjoyed it.
Got a lot of feedback from a lot of you guys. So thank you very much. And I'm keeping it in the same vein. The first one was in the great basic red box set. This one is the blue expert set. So I am continuing it. You can play the same characters if you wanted from the first one, or make up brand new ones. A completely new adventure. It doesn't tie in with the book. It's in the same area, but it's not a recreation of the book. It's a whole new story.
That's right. So you can, even if you just want to buy it to read the story, you can do that. Stretch goals. Once we hit 50K, which we're almost there, the Vordoom playable character card art on the front by myself and Dan Lawless, who is still in the chat, and stats on the back that Dennis came up with. This will go great with the 4 playable character cards from the first campaign. Lots of great stuff here, guys. So go check it out. There's a digital edition. We had some people ask about it. All the covers, lots of fantastic. What's he saying? Belle, do a video of Andy and Dennis with Marty McFly and Biff. I want to be Biff.
McFly.
That would be funny.
I'm just glad somebody didn't say do a video of Dennis and Andy in the tent for Brokeback Mountain, because that would be awkward. Oh, I heard that laugh. Don't do it.
It's tempting though.
Okay, well, I'll just use a baseball analogy. I like pitchers. Just saying. You can also get as an add-on Kor-Drath, The Awakening, the layouts. It's a whole book of just the pencils that I do before I start going to inks, which reminds me, I've got to scan page 19. Glad I just read
that. Is that in the box?
It actually is not, because it was the whole add-on, but I have thought, I got to think about that, because after we launched it and stuff, there are things you kind of forget and stuff. So the box is, let me just scroll down to this. So there's 2 boxes. There's the Awakening box, which is a beautiful box, which we happen to have right here, even on small screen. We do have one. And
they turned out great.
They did.
Looks nice.
And it includes all the covers, the Adriana trading card, all the stretch goals, of course, and the RPG module. So that is that one. And then, of course, we have a bigger box, which is everything from the Reckoning and the Awakening, both game modules, all the covers. There were 6 of them for the Reckoning, all the stretch goals, the playable character cards, the map, and the Lilith trading card. So, guys, go check this out. And last but not least, got to talk about the minifigures. Chris Thacker, if he's still watching, painted one. Dennis now has it displayed proudly on his nightstand at home. Good place for it, by the way.
Got a black light that goes on, and he lights up amazing.
What did you do to it? He didn't use any paint that you'd see on a black light. That is disgusting.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
Wow.
Gross.
Andy takes everything.
What? You said it. Okay.
No,
who said they have a black light?
Just keep going. Jeez, my God.
2 inch, 3 inch,
over.
5 inch size. And you can buy the box as an add-on if you just want to get the box, which will come in another box so it doesn't get damaged. And then last but not least, we have this campaign we're doing for Christmas, Kor-Drath, The Christmas Miracle, the children's book. That's right. It is all ages. For kids, read it to your kid. If your kid is learning how to read, it'd be perfect for early readers.
This is literally an early reader book in the same exact format that the early readers for your children are set to do with an activity book. So, guys, get your kids off the phone while you're traveling on vacation. Give them the book to read. Give them the activity book to color and do the dot-to-dots, word search, crossword puzzles. All the great things for the kids.
Yep, right there. There's an example of that. But wait, what about the adults? People asked, and we complied. We were able to adjust the story and do an adult version, which says right on the cover, mature version. So here in the example, you see Kor-Drath feeding this nice bear some Christmas cookies. That is the child. The adult version doesn't end so well for the bear, as you can see on the right-hand side. So I went in, Dennis rewrote some pages, I redrew some pages, and there is now an adult version. You can get all 3 books for $37. Save about
the basic
10%.
gist of the story is the same.
Yep.
But, you know, the more adult pages will definitely have not only different graphics, but different writing in it. And it's for, you guys wanted it, and that is, I think, our most popular tier, the one where you can get all 3 of them. The adult, the 2 kids books. Get something for your kids. Get something for you to read.
That's right.
Perfect.
That's right. So thank you again, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Abra and Belle, for joining us. And Belle, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the videos that you do. You definitely, obviously, don't have to do them. You do them out of the kindness of your heart. And I know we appreciate them so much.
They're
great. I mean, I can speak for everybody. We just, they're just fantastic. So
thank you. Well, I'm just glad I get to hang out with you guys. It's really fun. And honestly, all the reaction that I get from either you guys or the chat and in the comments makes it all worth it. It's awesome. Thank you.
Great. That's cool. Well, we'll definitely have to have you back on too. So
anytime.
It was fun. This was real fun. Maybe we'll do it when Dennis goes on vacation again.
Vaughn,
What is that, like in a week?
Yeah, you're a little late, about an hour and 35 minutes late. So you can always go back and watch it from the beginning because it really was a great show. Guys, we still have 825 of you on. Thank you for sticking with us. You guys, this is all due to you guys. This is so much fun having great guests like this, chatting. Our chat, you guys have been very active all afternoon here. So thank you very much. Love having you all.
There you go. We will catch you guys next week. We will have a couple guests next week as well. We'll announce them later. This week, we will hopefully be seeing a movie Thursday night for the movie review on Friday. Now that Dennis is back, we can get that back on track. And there you go, everybody.
We've got a movie. Are we going to go see?
Don't have it picked out yet. Because I've got an idea. There's a couple.
Oh, no. Oh, shit. Annie's got an idea.
No, there's a couple quick ones that you don't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're in for a rough one.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Ha ha ha.